Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Brahma Kumaris, Silicon Valley, in the 14-day goal to instill deep love for yourself. And we've been talking in a variety of different ways, presenting you ideas that will help in falling in love with thyself. And that journey continues. It's day 7. And today we're going to understand how sometimes when we think self pity is a form of love, many people call it nobody understands me. So at least let me understand myself. This is a form of compassion. So today in meditation, we will pose some questions to ourselves, gather some answers, and understand how self pity is not really a form of love, and how do we replace it? Because when the idea is to fall in love with thyself, then we would do everything, every habit, every belief, every action, every word that we speak will benefit not only the soul but also the body. And if even one of them is not benefiting, if my body is getting harmed because of the way I think or because of the way I'm performing actions, then I don't love myself fully. Indeed, I am a soul that we have talked about in this series as well. But body is one of my most valuable, precious gifts through which I express and experience life. So true love for thyself means I will make sure that no action, no word, no habit of mine damages me in any possible way. So please join me in a meditation where we ask ourselves few questions. The soul is wise, it's one of its qualities. So let's ask our inner voice, our core, these questions to understand if self pity is self compassion or self destruction. Sit back comfortably and take few deep breaths. Release all the burdens that you might have accumulated throughout the day, throughout the week, or maybe for the entire life. We deserve some lightness. So at this moment, I choose to withdraw my mind from everything that is meaningless, and I take a journey inwards to ask myself few questions. Do I feel my life has been difficult? Ask yourself, do you feel life has been unfair. Ask yourself if people have been unfair, difficult. Do you also feel that nobody really loves you? What are those situations that have caused us to think life is difficult, unfair? Is it the health of the body that went wrong? Or has it constantly been shaking? Has it been a family member with whom we've had difficulties in the past, or maybe even in the present? Our mind, when we ask it these questions, brings up many past instances where we felt things were too difficult, unfair, traumatic, miserable, filled with sorrow. Indeed, once those moments were lived, but do we need to relive them again? Wasn't it enough to go through them once? I, the soul, is very uncomfortable. I feel sick when I am sad, resentful, or miserable. It's almost like somebody has taken away the oxygen supply. Just like my body needs air, water, and food, I, the beautiful being of light, the soul, needs love, peace, and happiness. So when I keep indulging with the mind that keeps reminding me of the bitter past, don't I experience pain again? Am I not crying in tears? Am I not cutting my own oxygen, love, peace, and happiness from me? Then is this self-compassion? Would any loved one, take away the oxygen supply from their dear one. Others were not fair to me. Life was not fair to me. But am I being fair to myself by cutting away the oxygen supply of happiness from my life? Let's sit on the globe and look at the world around us. Is there anybody in this world that has not seen any challenges? Is there anybody that has not gone through health issues, conflicts in relationships, challenges at work, or financial instability? Aren't there people in this world who have seen bigger challenges than me? Are all spheres of my life unfair? Don't I have some good relationships? Don't I have decent health? Don't I have reasonable amount of finances? Then why am I putting myself in a cage of sorrow, resentment, and misery? Can any amount of comfort food, alcohol, or any other substance abuse help me get the oxygen supply that I need? Am I not causing destruction of thyself by taking away the soul's peace, love, and happiness? Let's continue to ask ourselves these questions while we watch a video of pausing and going inwards. Ask yourself, why do we feel sorry for ourselves? Is that helping in any way? Maybe the ego, the subtle ego that I am righteous, that I am fair, that I am kind, kinder than others, fairer than others, righteous than others. Maybe that subtle ego is getting boosted by creating self-pity. Is that it? Ego creates a big bubble of deception. It clouds our minds to think clearly. So let's break the bubble that ego has created through some knowledge-filled, powerful thoughts. If I consider myself to be very kind and the world and people to be unkind, can I be kind enough to forgive the people who've been unkind to me? And if I cannot forgive the people who've been unfair to me, then can I be called the kindest being? I need to accept that if I find it hard to forgive, then I am after all not a very kind being. I need to dissolve this ego that I am right, that I am kind, that I am fair. We'll continue our meditation to find the answers that how we can come out of this self-pity that is locking us in a prison of sorrow, resentment, and how we can move away from self-destruction to true self-compassion. If I love myself fully, I would never keep any thought, any feeling, any habit that would destroy me. So let's think about true self-compassion. Let's be seated in our true awareness, where I, the soul, is shining in the middle of the forehead, between the eyebrows. And with my mind and intellect, I travel upwards to my home, Nirvana, a place that is filled with golden red light. And I experience a gush of love, joy, power, and peace as I spot the presence of my dear parent, the Supreme God Himself. When I am in front of Him, my heart feels light and warm. All the traces of bitter past are erased. God is always in the soul conscious state. That is, He is always in a state that experiences love, peace, joy, power, because God is ocean of knowledge, truth. He never forgets pain, sorrow, anger are not part of soul's design. They are like viruses, foreign entities that destroy the soul and its well-being. So God holds nothing against anyone. He keeps himself safe by being soul conscious. He also understands that power of love can heal anything, can transform a stone-hearted person to a warm human being. I absorb His knowledge, His truth, His thoughts, His love for me, and I come back to my body and I open the cage that I had locked myself in. How could I think that letting go of pain, of bitter past is difficult? That makes no sense. It is easy for I, the soul, to give away the foreign bodies, the viruses, resentment, sorrow, misery, and it is easy for I, the soul, to use forgiveness, my inner core quality. When I forgive, I can forget every difficulty that came in my life, taught me a beautiful lesson, made me stronger, helped me understand that the only way to grow bigger than who I am is by walking the path of some struggles and challenges. And I understand now that if I use my inner powers, the beauty that exists within me, the challenges outside stand no chance. I am a being of power, joy, love, and peace, child of God. I refuse to be in the cage of misery. I am a free soul. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Hope you have a good evening and a beautiful day tomorrow.